offensive challenge.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
And that's the way it ends in Chicago. Base hit left field. Hoffman scores the go-ahead run. Bouncing throw to first. Manzardo's got to beat him to the bag, and he does. And the Guardians hang on for dear life and pull one out of the fire to salvage the finale 4-3. 3 one-run games between these two clubs in Chicago, and now we're ready for more. A 4-game series begins tonight. Arch, let's take a look at Slade Ciccone. Hyundai in the driver's seat his last 10 starts.
Oh, he's been so consistent. You know, a 3-2 record. Look at the ERA, 2.63. You know, he has 16 walks. He's 68 in first pitch strike percentage, and he has just been good. 10 starts, 3 pitches or less. He's given his team a chance. They just don't have, they don't score when he's on the mound, but he's gone out there and done his deal.
Here's the starting lineup for Will Venable's White Sox tonight. Sam Antonacci leads it off. Miguel Vargas in the 2-hole. Catcher Kyle Teel bats third. Andrew Benintendi will DH and hit cleanup. Then Colson Montgomery, followed by the switch hitter Braden Montgomery, Chase Mydrop, Tristan Peters, and Jacob Gonzalez batting ninth. Slade Ciccone working out of the stretch. He fires, and the first pitch is lined to right field for a base hit. Sam Antonacci came in 4th in the American League, hitting .295. And he starts it off with a solid line drive single.
And that's their energy right there. He does that. He did it in Chicago, where you go up, he'll be very aggressive on the first pitch. He ends up getting a base knock to get him going.
Game time temperature tonight, 91 degrees. Not a cloud in sight, and the real feel says 101. Miguel Vargas takes a pitch up high. Vargas was on a tear. He was riding a 7-game hitting streak in which he had gone 11 for 24 with 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 8 runs batted in. But since then, he's 0 for his last 12. Right field. Watson makes the catch. 1 down.
Let's check out the Cleveland defense today behind Ciccone. It'll be in the outfield. It'll be Cooper Engel out in left field. Quanta's in center. Watson over in right. Arias at third. Rocchio the shortstop. Bazzana at second. Manzardo at first. And Bailey is doing the catching. Yeah, they had to go out. Chicago is a great home team. They're 28-14. Now they're on the road. Although
they did well in Baltimore.
Yeah, they won 2 out of 3, and that was their first win
yes,
on the road, series since May, early May.
Well, I ask you, when I look at their numbers, they're aggressive early against Slade. What does that tell you? Is that just them, or are they just excited to come in here and attack?
Yeah, they're aggressive, period.
Yes.
No balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Teel has a hit in each of his last 3 games. He just came off the injured list when we were in Chicago. So he's still trying to get his sea legs under him.
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to take him about 100 at-bats to get rolling. He's at 26 right now. This will be 27. So it may take him a little while to get comfortable in the box and really feel like he could be a part of it, but doesn't mean he's not going to try.
Well, the last time he had competitive at-bats was back in March, so you're dead on.
Yeah, it's not easy to try and play catch-up when you miss the first half of the year.
What does it do, too, Rick, when you're talking about leg injuries, a hamstring, and then a knee injury for a hitter?
For a hitter and a catcher. You know, I mean, it says an awful lot. It's going to take him a while to build it up and get that feeling back to where I believe he feels comfortable.
1 on, 1 out. And Slade tosses one over to first. Antonacci has stolen 11 out of 15 on the year.
Yeah, they had that series back in Chicago was an exciting one. That ballpark was hopping. They were playing as well as they could play.
He steps off, throws to second, and he's dead to rights.
He didn't panic.
Bingo.
Look at him. He's saying, see that? He looked into the dugout telling somebody, I did it.
Well, the play before that when he threw over, I was going to say to you, he waited till 1 second on the clock. What do pitchers usually do when they get to 1 second? They go to the plate.
Right.
He went to first. That was what we believe the runner was going off of. Did the same thing and picked him off.
And he didn't panic.
Right.
I mean, it's almost like he had it planned that way.
Exactly.
Teal fouls the 2-strike pitch back to the netting.
You know, and you're right. Most pitchers, when you get to that point, do go home. And there's Antonacci, a young rookie. He comes up and he's anxious. He wants to run. His motor's always running.
Now the 1-2 in the dirt. Slade Ciccone, it has been a remarkable turnaround. When you think about his first 6 starts, he pitched to a 6.25 ERA. And then in May, over 6 starts, a 4.31 ERA. And then in June, in 5 starts, a 1.88 earned run average. Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out. Ciccone fans Teal to end the inning after catching Antonacci trying to steal second. Here is Stephen Vought's starting lineup for tonight's ballgame, brought to you by Progressive. Travis Bazzana leading it off, followed by the DH Chase DeLauder. Kyle Manzardo will bat third. Khalil Watson hitting cleanup. Then Brian Rocchio, the switch hitter, followed by Cooper Engel, who's in left field tonight, batting 6th. Gabriel Arias, Patrick Bailey, and Stephen Kwan batting 9th.
Davis Martin on the mound. His first start against the Guardians this year. He had a terrific start to the season. He was in his first 11 starts, he was 10-1 with an ERA of 2. In June, it went a little south on him a little bit. So he's been struggling. We'll see what July brings.
Speaking of struggling, Travis Bazzana skips out of the way of that pitch. He's 0 for his last 13, just 2 for his last 29. And when you go back to that series in Chicago, the White Sox really zeroed in on him. They held him to just 1 hit in 12 at-bats.
A lot of fastballs up and then breaking balls down, huh?
I think it's always more difficult when you're a hitter, when you're not maybe getting the hits, to be patient. But he has drawn a dozen walks in his last 20 games.
He always will. He's got a good eye.
Right.
That's the one good thing, that he can slow that down. Right. Even though you're in the leadoff spot, if you get that walk a day or something like that, it certainly helps you.
Matt, wasn't it Kay, the left-handed starter, that kind of started things off for him pretty bad?
Yes.
And then he went downhill after that.
Down and in with a good breaking ball, 2-2.
Kay was undefeated at home.
Right.
As is this guy. He's 5-0 with a .88 ERA.
Different pitcher there than
yes.
anywhere else.
But then Kay just lost his last start.
2-2, and a hard hit ball in the hole. So Travis Bazzana with a leadoff single here, bottom of the first on a 2-2 pitch. He hit it so hard that Gonzalez, he started after it, and by the time he moved, the ball was by him.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Well, there you go. Both leadoff hitters get there and get aboard.
Almost like he misread it. He was thinking it was coming down the line.
I don't know if he picked it up or he didn't. It looked like that or he slipped.
Chase DeLauder riding a 10-game hitting streak that predates the rib fracture.
Matt, it's like he never left.
Exactly, and that's so rare when you miss any amount of time. Look at him slightly move towards the line.
Yeah, he did. He was leaning the other way, so his footwork was not very good there. He got fooled on that ball.
I know you didn't play first base, but you talk about a right fielder has to see the ball out front.
Yes.
Hard hit ball in the hole again. Bazzana hits second. He'll head to third. Montgomery's throw goes into second base. Guardians at the corners. Nobody out.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. We haven't seen a lot of that. Let's go first and third right out of the chute in the first inning.
Playing follow the leader.
Yes, indeed. Why not? There's the breaking ball that it stayed up and it was middle of the plate. And he just hits the ball where it's pitched. If you slow it down for him, he's going to pull a ball. If you leave it up and away, he's going to take it the other way. So now they are on the verge of getting on the board here with nobody out.
That will bring up Kyle Manzardo. He has a hit in back-to-back games. Trying to give Cleveland the early lead. Breaking ball popped foul out of play to the left.
Arch, I don't know if you caught it, but he hit a home run off of DeGrom the other day on a high heater, a pitch that he's struggled with big time over the last couple weeks. And he said that's something they've been working on, because that's where they've been going
97 miles an hour up top. Yeah, he sometimes struggles with that ball, but he swings at some that are a little higher than the strike zone.
Okay.
In off the plate.
It's a fine line to try and pick up that high fastball.
Toyota keys to the game. No hospitality for these White Sox. They have been a different team on the road this year. And that's both sides of the ball, whether it's pitching, whether it's hitting. They're just not quite the same, and it shows up in the win record.
Matt, and I know you don't have the answer, but could it be they're a young team still kind of figuring out how to play when everybody's against you, and they kind of play into those crowds in Chicago?
They love it.
2-1 pitch up and away.
Well, they're going to have to learn.
No doubt. Well, they're getting on it now as well.
I thought Cody Allen on our pregame show coverage made a good point too, Rick. The way Will Venable can manage his bullpen at home is quite different than when you're on the road.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And that's going to be a problem for them if they maintain with what they have, I believe.
Backdoor breaking ball found the mark, and it's a full count. Big early pitch here for Davis Martin. Guardians at the corners with nobody out, and a 3-2 pitch coming to Manzardo. DeWater got caught now, and between third and home is Bazzana. And I don't know if they got him.
No, they didn't. They didn't touch him.
Yeah, they did. He got him on
did?
Got him maybe just barely on the backside when he swiped the glove at the. Maybe got him on the belt loop.
Well, you have to make sure he goes to the plate before you run there.
All right, what's Voter on there?
See, he made challenge that they didn't touch him. I got to see. I don't think they called him out of the baseline, did they? Oh, well, I didn't. That swipe there. It was tough to tell if he got him. He got him on the backside. So now they can bring the infield in. You got to make sure they go home before you take off for second base. You hope that the guy's going to hit the ball. You're not trying to steal the base.
And the 3-2 hit high in the air, right field near the line. Montgomery, Braden over, and it's off the netting for a long foul ball. Well, when you look at the splits for Chicago, home and away, the offense not quite as productive. Batting average 20 points lower on the road, and a big difference in ERA.
And this team lives on the long ball, and you know they'll die on it, but they still have some offense that they can do. They'll swing and miss a lot.
Ball 4 to Manzardo. So 2 on, 1 out. Back to first and third for Cleveland, and Khalil Watson coming up.
And that's something that Davis Martin doesn't do a lot, is walk batters. He's been very good on the year with his 90 or more strikeouts, allowing only 24 walks through their first 16 starts. Only a couple of really seasoned guys have done that. Crochet in 24, Lance Lynn in 22, Chris Sale did it a couple of years, and Jake Peavy.
Khalil Watson batting .400 over his last 9 games.
Playing against his favorite team now.
Yeah, well, it should be. He had a great series there.
6 of those 8 runs batted in coming in Chicago against the White Sox.
That hole on the left side is there for him that he wore out in Chicago.
Well, yeah, we'll see if they let him. They're going to try and go inside on him right there. It's what they'll try to do. You give him swinging room, he's going to hit that hole every time. But he's got that good swing. You speed it up. Well, he got the home run right there. But he was wearing out the other side. Breaking ball, breaking ball. Some really good at-bats.
Fouls that pitch off. 1-2.
You know, pitchers, it'll be great, interesting to see how they pitch him this series because he had such a good first series. If he was successful going away, then you're going to see more pitches on the inside part of the plate.
That seems to be the game plan. I mean, and it makes sense. If they wear you out away, you better make the adjustment.
Yeah, but he will. You foul those pitches off, sooner or later he's going to make a mistake with a pitch on the plate, and you're going to get where you want it. You don't have to hit it and put it in play. If you foul it off, it's just as good.
Jam shot right back to him. He's short
double play. Double play.
Did he catch it on the fly?
He sure did.
A line drive and a double play. Just off the shoe tops. A nice play by Davis Martin, and an early rally is thwarted in the first.
Human sense.
Number 23, Andrew.
Guardians TV is presented by Progressive. No score, second inning. Andrew Benintendi will lead it off for the White Sox. Fastball strike in there.
And that's something that Slade has been doing a good job at, first pitch strikes. You know, in his last 5 starts, man, 87 pitches has been his max, and he's been going 6 innings plus and 2 runs or less.
You know, it kind of goes back to so many pitchers go through this where you're trying to make that perfect pitch. You want to make the nasty perfect pitch. And what ends up happening more times than not is fall behind. And now you're on the defensive. The hitter gains the advantage. By being more aggressive, he's had the hitters back on their heels.
Bingo. That's the key to getting ahead in the count. And even Bibby's doing the same thing now. But earlier in the year, he was getting ahead in the count and trying to get strikeouts and missing and letting back into the count. It's hard for a pitcher to, out of the first 3 pitches, try and get 2 strikes where you got that 1-2, 0-2 count. It's a beautiful thing if you can work that hard to get there.
The 2-2. Benintendi fouls it back. Over his last 26 games, Benintendi has hit 7 homers and driven in 17.
Yeah, a lot of pressure has been taken off this guy with some of the years that these guys are having. As far as the long ball goes, 40 home runs.
They have 119. They've hit 40 more than Cleveland.
That's what.
Here's the payoff pitch. And a hard hit ball in the hole. Diving attempt by Bazana, couldn't get there. And for the second inning in a row, the White Sox get a leadoff single. I'm going to bring up Colson Montgomery. Before this series began, the White Sox were in Baltimore, and he hit one out of the ballpark onto Utah Street.
Yeah, long way. He's got light tower power. He can swing and miss as well, but when he hits them, they go a long way.
Montgomery in some pretty rare company in terms of White Sox history. To hit 20 or more homers in each of his first 2 big league seasons. Jose Abreu did it. Runner's going to move up on the ball in the dirt. Benintendi down to second on the wild pitch. The only other guy to do it in White Sox history, you've got to go all the way back to 1934 and 35. Zeke Bonura. You remember Zeke?
Yeah, Zeke, a good friend of mine.
But to your point, a lot of swing and miss. I mean, when he was having fits against Cleveland in the series in Chicago, struck out 6 times in the first 2 games of that series.
Yeah, you make your pitches to him and you can certainly get it out. You make a mistake and he gets into one, he can trot around the bases.
Matt, the crazy thing about that stat that you just gave is he didn't make his debut till July 4th last year to get to 20 home runs.
In the air to left. Cooper Ingle settles under it. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Goodness.
And moving to third base is Benintendi. Going into second is Montgomery. So an error on Cooper Ingle as the White Sox set up here in the second.
Left field I think he's starting to think about a lot of things out there and not playing out there at this kind of level. It goes off the end of his glove. So they got it set up second and third now and nobody out.
Brian Rocchio just looked at him and said, come on. He clapped his hands and said, come on, forget about it.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
go.
not much you can say.
Right.
He wants to hide out there and you can't.
Infield comes in for Cleveland. Bouncing ball. Lozano looks the runner back and throws out Braden Montgomery for out number 1. That'll bring up Chase Mydrov. Mydrov and Miguel Vargas, who's in the 2-hole, the only right-handed bats in the lineup for Chicago against the righty Slade Ciccone. Now they bring that infield all the way in to the cut of the grass. Figuring Benintendi might be going on contact. And the ball is down low. No, it'll be challenged. It is called a ball.
Cleveland catcher is challenging the ball call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Vic Carapazza calling the balls and strikes tonight, the crew chief. And it's confirmed a ball.
Yeah, this kid's got a good eye at the plate.
Oh,
He's one of those guys.
Cleveland
He
has one
reminds me
challenge
of just seeing him we got to see him last year, but he puts the ball in play and he will not try to pull it. He'll hit it wherever it's pitched. This is going to be a tough out.
Rocchio coming home with the throw. And now back to third. Benintendi is tagged out. No, he missed him. Now he's called out of the baseline. 2 down.
So far, the start of this game is a little crazy.
You're not kidding.
I mean, there's stuff that is set up, and right there you get the fielder's choice. They get the guy coming off third base. You're either going on contact or you stop. I mean, going in there, that goes right over his shoulder, and that's what you're taught to do, run back in fair territory. But to no avail. Now you got first and second and 2 outs, and Slade, you got a chance to get out of it,
Arch,
my man.
that almost worked because Arias didn't see the ball.
I know it. Well, that's what you're supposed to do, run back in fair territory. If the ball hits you, that's what you're taught to do.
Now the White Sox will turn to Tristan Peters, looking for a 2-out hit with runners at first and second.
Andre had only missed him by about an inch. It wasn't
It's
much.
a game of inches, right? Because
Yes,
that
it
would have been
is.
scary because you could tell when he caught it, it caught him.
Hard hit ball, foul up the first base side.
Boy, if Slade can get out of this, it'll be a big boost, and if Peters can get a base hit, it'll give Chicago a big boost. This is really a good turning
One of
point
those
here.
moments that we remember at the end of 9 innings.
I mean, this is where Slade could pick up his defense, get him into the dugout. Atta boy, beautiful.
On the infield.
Look at him walking off the field. He was slapping that glove.
Puts it away. What a job by Slade Ciccone and the Guardians defense. They get out of trouble here in the second. Still no score.
At amfam.com.
No score, bottom of the second inning. Brian Rocchio will lead it off for Cleveland. Boy, both teams golden opportunities early and both times squandered.
I wonder if the 4 games are going to be like this one starting out. Opportunities.
Well, as we said, 3 one-run games between these two clubs in Chicago. And that's all these two teams do is play one-run games.
Yeah. What do we have? 28 of them, and they've got 27?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, and we're just starting with these guys. There's a lot more to go the rest of this year.
The 1-1. In the air, center field. Tristan Peters will make the catch, one down. A word here from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Now Cooper Ingle. Fouled back. Ingle probably couldn't wait to get up the bat. He was probably running off the field going, thank goodness I get to go bat.
Well, right, but you know what? Hey, they got out with no runs. That's the bottom line.
Up high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, how can you blame the kid? He's a catcher. Put him out there. I got to blame the manager for putting him out there.
The 1-1. Trying to go the other way, cut off by the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. And a stretch. A stretch by Gonzalez, and the out is confirmed by Edwin Moscoso, the first base umpire. 2 down.
Batting seventh for the Guards, third baseman number 13, Gabriel.
Yeah, this is tough over at first base this time of the evening, this part of the year. Well, you throw it up in the air and he's looking right into the sun. He's like an outfielder. Well,
he did a nice job of dragging that toe.
Yeah, he had it on. It
bag.
didn't look like it, though. It looked like he was off.
There is Gabriel Arias. Takes a low one away, ball 1. A ball and a strike on the Guardians' third baseman, who has hit in 4 of his last 5 games, including a home run. Davis Martin painting the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
He's got a good fastball, although hitters have hit 300, 308 off of it. But he's only given up, what, 6 home runs on the year.
Oh, he tried to paint that corner again with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
He was walking to the dugout. He took a step. He thought he made the same pitch.
The 3-2 off the glove of Martin right to Meidroth, and the side is retired. No score through 2.
Well, the White Sox in all weekend long, and tomorrow night will be $1 Dog Night, $2 Miller Lite pregame, fireworks after the ball game, and receive a T-shirt. Go to CLEGuardians.com.
Slade Ciccone delivers ball 1 to Jacob Gonzalez as we open up the 3rd inning of play. No score. Gonzalez, over his last 7 games, swinging the bat very effectively, hitting .423 with a dozen runs batted in. Weekly hit to 3rd. Arias will plant, throw, 1 down.
He's gotten hot right after he was, what, 0 for 19 when we were in Chicago, Matt?
Kind of tells you how the White Sox have turned things around and maybe turned the corner on their 3 consecutive 100-loss seasons, because when Murakami comes off the injury list, they've got a tough decision to make now.
Right.
Jacob Gonzalez is one of the guys they're talking about. Like, does he go back?
He's still got 20 home runs, right? And he hasn't played in over a month.
Right, but we're talking about a kid that's got 12 RBIs in the last week, week and a half.
It's a nice problem to have.
No doubt.
Sam Antonacci led off the game with a single to right field. 6th in the American League with a .392 on-base percentage. And now a 7-game hitting streak for Antonacci. He's been when you talk to the White Sox people that watch them every day, they said, this is the guy. You know, everybody talks about the big home run hitters, but this is the guy that's changed their lineup.
Yeah, he makes them go.
He's their energy. He's their attitude.
The igniter.
Yes.
You know,
willing
he's
to get
tough
hit by
in
a pitch.
situations.
Right.
If he gets up in the right at bats, he's got key hits. He does all the little things.
Didn't he get the walk and scream when we were in Chicago?
The walk-off.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Went down and fouled off a tough pitch.
Yeah, they chased him all over. They challenged it, but there was
a delayed walk-off.
Yeah, but do you remember when he drew a walk and
that's what I was
screamed,
talking
and
about, yeah.
Hedgie was behind the plate
Kinda
and looked
like,
at him sort of
oh.
crazy? That was early in the game.
And if Hedgie looks at you like you're crazy.
You're crazy.
Another weak ground ball to third. Arias this time on the run throws him out. 2 down.
Up next for Chicago, third baseman number 20, Miguel.
So with 2 gone, Miguel Vargas coming to the plate. Fly to right first time up.
You know, you're talking about Gonzalez playing first. He played first a couple times and third.
Right.
I mean, he's good on either corner. And Montgomery played first in one of those games in Chicago, didn't he?
He played third.
Oh, yeah. Okay, third,
The
and
other
then went
guys
to short.
Yes. They do have some flexibility in how they can move some of these young guys around.
But you talked about Benintendi and maybe, you know, he was the guy that everybody looked to. You're the veteran. You've got to get the big hit. You've got to carry the load. The emergence of players like Vargas, like Antonacci, it's not just one guy. I mean, they've got a couple of different players that have picked up the slack, even with Murakami on the injured list.
Yeah, they lengthen the lineup is what happens. They've got some good hitters in there.
Think about it. Benintendi was brought here a couple of years ago to be the linchpin. Now he's just the DH. Their 2 vets are DHing.
Out of play to the right.
Yeah, they signed him to one of the biggest contracts in White Sox history, and they only lost 100 games 3 straight years.
They were booing him off the field the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's thinking, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, young guys. And he was a really good left fielder when he first came up, so that opened my eyes when they didn't put him out there.
Checked on a ball down low. The count now 2-2. Just a little high and a full count.
Yeah, this guy's got a good eye at the plate, too. You've got to use all your weapons against him.
Swing and a miss. Oh, he elevated the fastball and pumped it by him. Second strikeout for Ciccone. 3 scoreless under his belt. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Blue Moon, now available in Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon non-alcoholic.
Catcher number 16, Patrick Bailey.
No score, bottom of the third. Patrick Bailey will lead it off for Cleveland. Davis Martin is far from an elder statesman. In fact, among Chicago's pitching staff, he barely cracks the top 10 in age at 29. He is, however, the only current member of the White Sox to have played under Tony La Russa. He said having a chance to experience all those terrible lows, a record 121 losses a couple of years ago, he goes, now I just feel like a fan watching the games on the day I'm not pitching.
Yeah.
Sitting in the dugout, I got the best seat in the house.
Yeah, getting treated, entertainment.
Missed all of 23 after Tommy John surgery. But the White Sox, they like it when he pitches. They've won 12 of the 16 games that he has started.
Yeah, he got off to a tremendous start first couple months of the season.
In his last 5 starts, Rick, it's kind of hard to figure out. He's either been great or awful. 3 starts against Kansas City, Detroit, and Atlanta. 1-0 with an 0.52 ERA. And the other 2 starts against the Yankees and Twins, 0-2 with 15 earned runs in 9 innings.
Yeah, a couple teams, you know, you have that one bad outing.
Both on the road.
Okay.
And that's one of those ones that nobody can seem to figure out. You gave the numbers. He's 5-0 at home with an 0.88 ERA, but on the road 4-3, 4.67. Very, very pedestrian.
Well, he doesn't like gray. Yeah, they had an opportunity in the first.
Yeah, Guardians had their first 2 on first and third, nobody out. Bailey rocks one to right field. It's over the head of Montgomery. Hits right near the base of the wall. And Bailey speeding into second base, slides in safely with a leadoff double.
That was a good at bat, and that was a seed. That was a vicious line drive. I mean, that got over the head of Montgomery in a hurry. For Bailey.
Hit that way now.
Yeah. Go right ahead. It's warm. You can hit a line drive. You hit it like that, you can hit that in any ballpark. 107 coming off the bat.
Now here is Stephen Kwan. Kwan showing bunt. Did he foul it off? Like, evidently,
no.
No. I didn't see a signal.
No, he didn't.
Oh, the bat. You can hear Kwani saying the bat hit his helmet. That's what the sound was.
That was the sound, yes.
So Bailey goes to third on the wild pitch.
Pulling it back, you mean?
Yes, as he pulled it back, he hit his head with the helmet, or the bat with the helmet, rather. The bill. Right there, you see it, Arch?
Oh, yeah, that's after. Yeah, that was a wild pitch. Okay, gotcha. The 6th for Martin.
Infield in for Chicago. Kwan takes outside 2-0.
Slowly but surely, there's some guys over here that feel like Kwan is getting back to himself. Hit a triple yesterday down the left field line. Hit another ball hard down the left field line.
Yeah, but this is a situation I like to see him in because he does not try to do too much. But right at infielder with the infield in.
1 down. Back to the top of the order, Travis Bazzana. Pulled one between first and second his first time up.
Hey, he's gone back to his original walk-up song, Matt. Tells you where he's been. He's changed the song about 3 times on his homestand.
That's okay. Change it every day.
Bazzana booms one to right field. That'll get down. The Guardians take the lead. Travis on his way to second base, and he is in there with an RBI double. 1-0 Guardians. Double number 12 for Bazzana, and he's 2 for 2 on the night.
Well, he likes to face. Davis Martin hit another line drive on the breaking ball, 88 miles an hour, middle in, and he loves the inside part of that plate.
Yeah, he said 2 balls hard today.
Yeah,
that's what.
Both line drives going that way, and you make a mistake, and he can get you. So they are on the board, and we'll play from in front now.
That's our Chevy drive of the game. And now Chase Delauner right at the first baseman Gonzalez. He'll take it himself, 2 down. Bazzana moves to third. And Kyle Manzardo coming up.
Now batting first baseman number 9, Kyle Manzardo.
Manzardo drew a walk his first time up. Already 4 hits for Cleveland, but the 2 doubles here in inning number 3. leading to the first run of the game outside 2-0. Three balls, no strikes with Khalil Watson on deck.
Well, he's trying to be pretty fine right here. He knows he's got the rookie on deck. He didn't want any part of it.
4-pitch walk. Now the first time up, he really kept the ball in almost off the plate to Watson. Let's see what kind of adjustment second time around is made by both hitter and pitcher. Up and away.
That's where he wanted to start him off, that at bat, knowing that he went in there a number of times prior at bat.
Down and in, they appeal. He did not go. 2 balls, no strikes.
The thing about Watson I like, he looks very relaxed in the batter's box. You know, he doesn't look tense. And, you know, he gets a good look at the baseball. He doesn't try to pull it or overswing. Puts a nice, short, quick stroke on it.
Two balls and a strike. You know, you think back in Chicago, he got a ball, I think it was a fastball that was kind of middle in, and he went out and got it, hammered
the
it.
home run he hit, yeah. See, they start younger players out, you know, with some fastballs, but once you do some damage to it, they're going to work you. They wanted a challenge there.
Chicago catcher is challenging the ball call.
They looked down to get a call, and he said he didn't swing, but he was challenging all the way.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Not even close.
I don't think he wanted a challenge, Arch. I think he hit his helmet, meaning I wanted to challenge the swing, but he'd already hit his helmet, and he's like, oh, I kind of messed myself up.
Yeah, he did.
Because that wasn't even close. 3-1 count for Khalil.
He's starting to see some pitches on the inside part of the plate now. He's feeling comfortable. Yeah, and this helps. The more pitches you see in every at-bat, the better it is. First time he's faced Davis Martin. It's his first start against this ball club this year. He's 1-3 in his career.
Ball 4, and the bases are loaded on back-to-back 2-out walks. That's going to bring out Zach Bove, the pitching coach.
Yeah, okay, that's his 3rd walk now, and he's done that only 3 other times this year, walks, so he may not have that feel. Again, he's on the road. We gave you his road numbers. He's not at home. So you just got to stay patient and make him get in the strike zone as a hitter now. Don't help him out.
While they talk it over, we'll get a word from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Sink into unbeatable comfort with Lazy Boy recliners, starting at just $395. For an incredible selection of Lazy Boy, shop Levin.
Now batting for the Guardians, shortstop.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Guardians lead 1-0. And Brian Rocchio, who flied to center his first time up, is the batter. He wanted a challenge. Boy, did you see that? He looked like he was going to the helmet and said, I better not.
Yeah, better not. Not in this inning. He's had 4 2-0 counts and 4 full counts in this game already. And he's 2-0 again, so make that 5 2-0 counts. So he doesn't have his command right today. So you got to get him when you can. Oh, yeah.
Arch is not given often, but the take sign was just given to Brian.
It should be on.
I knew you would say it. That's why I'm telling you.
I wasn't going to say a word. That's why. He can't. He doesn't have it, man. You can see he's struggling to throw strikes. If a hitter helps him out, you're doing him a favor. There's a ribby. You don't even have to swing. That's a gift.
Consecutive 2-out walks. And it's 2-0 Cleveland with Cooper Ingle coming to the plate now.
We talk about this a lot, especially in a 4-game series. If you can get into a team's pen early, that will help you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No doubt. That's what you want to do. Get into this bullpen early.
They wanted to balk over here. Oh, they called timeout. Angel Martinez with his batting hand down here almost ran out in the field.
Tell you what, he's scuffling on that mound.
May be on the IL, but he's still bringing the energy.
Man, you see, that's the worst place to be.
Yeah,
you go out, you see the field, you want to get out there.
Well, for him right now, he's on the, he's not at the boot. He's wearing normal shoes. He's got to be patient. The hardest thing to do for a young guy.
Yeah, it is.
Big bouncer to second. That gets him out of the inning. Travis Bazzana knocks in the first run of the night with an RBI double. And then a bases loaded walk makes it 2-0 Cleveland after 3.
Dulcolax gummies for daily gut support.
Now Davis Martin survived a very rocky bottom half of the 3rd inning, giving up just the 2 runs. But Slade Ciccone, now working with the lead, faces Kyle Teal. Struck him out his first time up. There's a call on the inside corner to make it 2-1. And a room service hop for Travis Bazzana. 1 down.
Well, tickets on sale for the Cleveland Guardians Charities 50-50 raffle. Guaranteed jackpot of $50,000. One lucky winner will take home half the prize. And this is going to end on Sunday at midnight. So you better hurry and get your tickets. It's $50,000. It may go much higher than that. Check it out. CLEGuardians5050.com.
Fastball strike to Andrew Benintendi, who singled to right his first time up.
You know, we were talking about this offense too, about how aggressive they are. On the first pitch this year, they've hit 28 homers. You know, and that leads baseball. On their second pitch, they've hit 24. So 44% of their home runs come on the first 2 pitches in an at-bat.
Derek Shulman, their hitting coach, he looks like
a big dude.
Bluto from Popeye.
Yeah,
he looks like he can squash you like a bug. He has an intimidating presence just when he walks onto the field. So I'm sure the hitters listen when he talks.
They better.
Normally, Arch, if you're having that kind of success first pitch, you're hunting a specific pitch or location first pitch.
Yeah,
right?
you're just trying to be as aggressive as you can. And a lot of these young guys that a lot of people don't know, I would say a good percentage would be fastballs. I'm not sure. But if young hitters are coming up facing guys, and they have some good young talent, you're not going to swing at them. At least I wouldn't think a first pitch breaking ball when you haven't faced a guy you don't know much about him.
Well, the guy on deck is tied with Brian Buxton for the most first pitch home runs. The guy behind him is playing first base for the Guardians.
Yeah.
Manzardo's got 4, I believe. Montgomery and Buxton, last time I checked, both have 6 first pitch home runs.
Well, I know Buxton loves it, but he's just having an all-around good year. You're going to get to see him soon as well.
You know who else has gotten hot for them is Bell. Him and Bell have been, that offense has been scoring some runs with Minnesota recently.
Three-two count. Benintendi working hard, making Slade work for it. Deep down the right side, but he's out in front of it just a tad. Hit it a long way to foul.
Yes, he did.
He hit it into the corner.
You know, I was listening to Wally Backman. Old-time baseball guy, right? And he was saying that some of the best batting averages for hitters come on the first pitch. So if you're up there taking to try to get into a good count,
you may not see a pitch that good as the first one. Yeah.
And if you get to 2 strikes, it's the hardest count to hit in. So if you like that first pitch and you're hunting it, you're looking for it, why wouldn't you get after it?
And Matt, what does every pitch coach talk about with their pitchers?
Strike one.
Get ahead. So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, strike one.
Well, you don't swing at anything, but if it's a fastball, it's middle in, or wherever you're looking.
That's so true. You can just, I mean, there's times when you're not seeing the ball well and you don't feel good, that you may want to see a couple of pitches or where a pitcher's throwing from, or that ball gets on you a little quickly. There's different circumstances in that situation.
Yeah. Wow, Montgomery was taking first pitch.
Yeah, all the way. Surprised?
I am. I'm happy he did it.
Well, he hit the fly ball to left field in his first at-bat. And what pitch was it on?
Peter.
But was it first, second? I don't know.
Deeper in the count, I believe.
That's one for Tommy. What pitch did Montgomery hit up there in the first at bat? How many pitches?
You're not going to take your shoes off.
His fourth pitch.
Thank you, Tommy.
Tommy's on it. He's been on vacation too. He's a little rusty. We got to ask him a few questions. See if we can get him right.
Two-one count for Montgomery.
Off the end.
In the center field for a base hit.
That's 15 love. That's
Wimbledon, huh?
That's a beautiful thing right there.
Watching the game on the grass.
I mean, when guys like that, see what happens when you put the ball in play. You can't get hits and not having to hit the ball hard or 420 feet.
Well, here's Braden Montgomery, another guy that likes the first pitch.
Yeah, this is the young hitter.
Right back.
We saw him do that a lot in Chicago. He is impressive.
He had 3 hits in that series, 2 doubles and a home run, and the 1 double was that check swing.
That's right. Late in the game,
yeah,
right?
It worked out perfectly for him. Down the left field line for a double. He has reached base in 11 straight games. And that's not one of those stats where you go, okay, well, he's reached base in 11 straight games. You mean what? He's got like 9 walks and a couple of hits. During that 11-game streak, he's hit 282, so he has 11 hits, 7 walks.
Wow.
He's scored 7 runs. He has 5 doubles and a homer.
Not too shabby.
Guess you'd say he's seeing the ball very well.
Well, his job is to get on base and make something happen. He's just learning, man. He's going through for the first time too, facing pitchers all the way through the major leagues.
Three balls and 2 strikes. And ball 4. First walk issued by Slade. And all of a sudden this inning is being drawn out a little bit. He had 2 outs and a chance to make it a 1-2-3 inning before Montgomery's little flare off the end of the bat.
And that's the thing, when you're aggressive and you get after that first pitch, if you got a good enough eye, you don't have to worry about it. You know, you're going for one shot. You take a good swing like he did. He still reached base on the walk.
Chase Mydrop takes a fastball strike.
Hook.
Nice.
Yeah, that slows it down, boy. And he knows when to use it now.
I was going to say, he isn't using it nearly as much as a year ago, but he still has it in his back pocket.
You see what it does? It locks up that hitter when you're throwing 3 different kinds of fastballs. And he came back with it and gets it out.
Bazana makes the grab. Side retired. White Sox strand a pair halfway through the 4th. 2-0 Cleveland. Bottom of the 4th, brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Jeep dealers. It is a 2-0 Guardians lead. And the bottom third of the order coming up here. Gabriel Arias will lead it off. And Martin starts him off with a curveball, misses up high, ball 1. Martin threw 26 pitches in that 3rd inning. 17 of them were outside the strike zone.
Yeah,
he was his own worst enemy.
You know, when it's hot and humid out there, you do not want to have a 25-30 pitch inning because you will be out of there soon. But if they can work them and make them get in there. Oh, my
what
goodness.
A snow cone catch by Colson Montgomery.
He just threw the glove out there. It happened to go in. That ball was hit very hard. And watch that, a line drive. Do you think you're going to see it? That was hit 110. How did it stay in the glove? Looked like it was a snow cone, but if he wasn't 6'4"? He's a tall guy. He's the long arm of the law got him.
There's Patrick Bailey. He drove one to the base of the wall in right field his first time up. Doubled and came around to score the first run. Snapped an 0 for 14 for Patrick. Despite that 0 for, batting .270 over his last 14 games.
Another 2-0 count for Martin.
Line to left center field. That's in the alley. That'll get down. It'll be cut off by Antonacci.
Very nice.
And he's 2 for 2.
That's nice. Equal opportunity man. He goes to right field, right center. Now it goes to left center. And you see that little 2-seamer going down and away. He stayed on it nicely. A little off the end of the bat, but rewarded with a single. Cracked the bat, sounded like.
One on, one out. Here's Stephen Kwan. I was talking to Stephen Vogt before the game about how many times you see a hitter, well, like Miguel Vargas, for example. He had a 7-game hitting streak, and then now he's 0 for his last 14. I mean, how can you go from red hot to just feeling like you fell off the face of the earth that quickly? Kwan lines it to left field for a base hit. Even with Antonacci playing very shallow left field, he had no play.
He wanted to throw to second base, but
did.
nobody was there. Meidroth couldn't get there. He wanted to try and make a throw.
Now batting for the Guards, the leadoff hitter.
He was playing very shallow. And there's just a fastball away, and not hit all that hard, but right into left field, gets the base hit. So now again, you'll go first and second, and you'll go through for the third time.
But something he said to me, it kind of resonated with what Stephen Kwan, I think, has gone through this year. And that is, you know, when you're hot, when you're locked in, you may have one at bat where something happens in that at bat, and you fixate on it. Instead of letting it go, it was just one at bat. You fixate on it, you go, oh, maybe my hands were too low, or maybe I was just a hair too quick on my swing, and you start thinking about that, and you start making an adjustment that doesn't need to be made, and the next thing you know, he said, you've dug yourself into a hole.
And then what they say, thinking. Take the brain out, man. Don't think. You just react when you get into the batter's box. I mean, if you go up there with your game plan and you can leave it out, you're better off. But the more you try, sometimes the worse it gets.
Travis Mazzana takes a strike. It's 2-1. He's 2 for 2. A single, a double, a run batted in, and a run scored.
Come right back and score again. This will be nice. Big boost. Ooh.
Swung through it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There is action in the Chicago bullpen as Martin labors here in the 4th.
They still have, what, 5 lefties coming out of that pen? Is that right? They did in Chicago.
Well, they got 4. But I don't know who may be laying in the weeds as one of those quote-unquote starter, opener, you know, type deals.
Yeah.
We've been fooled enough by that when Matt's doing the right thing.
Well, in a 4-game series, you know we've got to see one.
And there's always one that gets recalled mid-series usually too.
3-2 count. Ball 4. How do you like that? The 5th walk issued by Davis Martin. They are loaded again with 1 out here in inning number 4.
Gotta make him pay for it, Art.
Oh yeah, you do. And like I said, this year the most he's walked in a game is 3 coming into it. It was 3 times. He has 5 now.
Here comes Will Venable. I think he just realizes it's not Davis Martin's night.
Nope, he said I can't watch it anymore.
Tough spot to bring a reliever into, but he feels like one more pitch and it could be out of control.
Right, and you got to give your bullpen a chance to get out of this or minimize the damage. But he's not throwing strikes. He knows his pitcher. Been a hot, humid night, and he's throwing too many pitches. And he says, I've seen enough.
So we've got a timeout. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
Well, on Sunday, it's going to be Guardians Kids Fun Day. Kids get to run the bases after the game. Guards face the White Sox. It'll be a 1:40 start. Thanks to Cleveland Clinic Children's. Get your tickets now at CLEGuardians.com.
Chris Murphy is the new pitcher for Chicago. This left-hander worked 2 innings in the series against Cleveland in Chicago. He faced 6 batters and retired all 6. He did not face Chase DeLauder. DeLauder was not yet back from the injured list in that series. He's 1 for 2 today. Lifted, foul. This might be playable if somebody can get there. Vargas. Yes, he makes the grab.
What a big out there.
2 down. Well, here's Kyle Manzardo. He's walked twice tonight, but that was against the starter Davis Martin, who walked 5. He did not walk more than 3 in any start this year. The most he walked last year in a full season of work was 4. So this was just one of those weird nights for him.
Well, that's exactly what Will Venable was looking for. He got the first 1 pitch out.
Curveball in there, 1-1. Guardians had him loaded in the second inning with 2 out. Unable to get the big hit to blow it open. Now it's 1-2. Line to right field, and it's caught by Braden Montgomery to retire the side. Guardians leave them loaded. They've left 7 aboard through 4 innings. They lead 2-0.
KeyBank.
Well, you can celebrate Independence Day here at the ballpark when the Guards take on the White Sox. 15,000 fans are going to receive a patriotic cap, which is a beautiful cap courtesy of Car Parts Warehouse, and all fans can enjoy $2 Miller Lite pregame, postgame fireworks show presented by Nestle's. Get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com, and this is what you're going to see and get Saturday night right here. Beautiful, isn't it? Nice. Let me see how it looks on you. It's a good golf hat. Beautiful. Yeah, nice.
Oh, he looked like, hey, look, put it on your head. See if we can fit it on his head.
Snack doesn't want it stretched out too much.
I don't think I'm a flat bill guy, though.
No, you got to iron. You got to curve it. You need a curve for that.
You look good, Matt. I want to see it on Arch's head.
Looks good. No, I'll show it to you in the break.
It fits everyone, right?
Well, one size fits all.
There you go.
I'm getting the one that are on the garbage cans here around the ballpark.
One size fits most.
One size fits most.
Tristan Peters leading off for Chicago here in the 5th. Popped up on the infield his only time up. Foul at first base side. Tell you what, all those years, Hawk might have been onto something.
Oh yeah, wearing that over the
shades of sun. Hey, especially
Hawk was a tone setter, brother.
I think you need the hat because you're in the tough sun.
I'm gonna wear it tomorrow.
Give him this piece of paper. Put that piece of paper you usually use.
I just go like this. Yeah. Just give me a shadow. Hands are good sometimes.
I like it when you said Hawk had it. I miss Hawk.
Hey, he's the one that started golf gloves, man. Being in baseball. Hawk is a trendsetter.
Yeah, I thought you were
always
put him on
was.
the board.
You can put him on the board, yeah.
I miss us in Chicago when you used to dance with him in the 7th.
Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
Right now, Hawk's in his jammies.
Oh, Hawk was great. He was one of the best. Played in Cleveland. Yeah, played in Chicago. Was a GM there.
Too, right? Yeah.
Love Hawk. Yeah, a lot of friends here in Cleveland.
Peters hammers one to deep right field. Long run for Khalil. Plays it off the wall and into second base with a leadoff double is Tristan Peters.
All right, they're looking to start something now. That's a 4th hit for the Sox tonight. First extra base hit.
That's Peters' 12th double in his last 31 games, over which time he's hit .341. Now Jacob Gonzalez.
We talked about the last time Gonzalez was up. It would just be hard for me to see them take this guy and send him down with how hot he's been and the type of power potential he has in that bat.
Center field. Quan got a good break on it and makes the grab for out number 1. We go back to the top of the order, and Sam Antonacci, who is leading American League rookies. He's 4th overall in the American League in batting average. Murakami on the injured list, 20 home runs. He hasn't played in over a month now.
But he's here, correct? From what I heard, he was here with the team and could be activated sometime this weekend, Arch. I know you want to see him.
Absolutely.
It's not guaranteed, but he's getting close.
Well, let him take the series off.
I think that would be really hard for a guy to miss a month and not have a rehab at all.
Yeah, you would certainly think so.
Left field, long run for Cooper Ringo, looking up, and it's off the wall. And around third scoring is Peters. And it's an RBI double for Antonacci, his 2nd hit of the game, and it's now 2-1. 12th double of the year for the White Sox rookie.
Yeah, he had a lot of carry to that ball. See a little, that looked like a cutter or something up out over the plate. If that was a slider, it stayed up, and he stayed on it nicely. Engel's going to play it off the wall and get it in as quickly as possible.
Now Miguel Vargas 0 for 2. He slams one a long way deep center field. Quan on the run, can't get there. Short hops the fence.
He's not going to score.
Antonacci into third. Bazana takes the relay throw.
And he was going back.
Now this guy can run, so he's got to be off the bag.
He's mad.
He's got to be. He should be. You got to score on a double, and when you're on second base and you run like he does. But that's a break, I'll tell you, for Ciccone and the Guardians. That ball had some carry to it going the other way. Quan could just never catch up to it. Now Watson's going over there too, but it's off the wall. Did a good enough job to get it in quickly. Couldn't score.
When that ball hit the wall, he was still standing on second base.
Yeah. No, you got to have a better read than that when you're on a base like that. You've got to go at least halfway there. What are you doing? What do you think Jose would say there if you were on second base?
He's saying the same thing.
You're exactly right.
No, not exactly that. He was saying something a little different. So let me ask you though, Arch. I'm not trying to make excuses for the kid, but never played in this park before.
Right.
Is that anything to do with that? Does he not know maybe the read or the carry?
You got to know where the outfielders are before the play even starts, and you've got to look, and you've got to feel for it. You got to know if that ball's going to carry.
Arch,
you know?
Yeah, Arch, the question I would ask for a younger kid that's watching, though, because you see so many guys go back to second. At some point, when do you know you should be halfway?
Look, you got one out there.
Okay.
You know, you've got one out there. Look, if it gets over his head, you have to score. You're not going to stop at third base. That's a tie.
Throw to third, and it's close, very close. They almost had him.
Tell you what, if he gets picked off there, then he better not go back and
just walk out the other way. Walk down the left.
Yeah, you better go out the other way. That was close. Look at, you see where Arias comes over there. Boy, he just barely got that hand back.
Infield in. And a good curveball in there for a strike to even the count.
Three doubles in the inning, but they only have one on the board. Slade's got to give himself a chance to get out of this. Ground ball at one of your defenders on the infield.
And that is going to give the White Sox the lead. Kyle Teal's going for two. The throw is way offline. And a two-run double, 4th double of the inning, and it's 3-2 Chicago.
Well, they just kept pounding, and they had 4 straight. So they are 3 for 3 going through the lineup now for the 3rd time.
Andrew Benintendi looks at the ball. Ciccone had yielded just 3 singles through the first 4 innings, but now 4 doubles in the 5th. And Chicago making Cleveland pay for all of the missed opportunities that they've had slip through their fingers so far. Back out of play. Weak bouncer to Bazana. 2 down. Teal moves over to third. And now Colson Montgomery coming up.
Now batting for the White Sox, shortstop number 12, Colson Montgomery.
Swings through the high fastball.
The most pitches that Slade has thrown out since his start back in Detroit, where he threw 96 pitches in that ball game. He's been 87, and he's been able to go 6 innings 3 times and 5 2/3. And you can see it's starting to grow.
Now the 1-2. Ring him up. Caught looking at a fastball to end the inning. But the damage is done, and the White Sox have the lead. (3-2) Chicago, bottom half of the 5th inning. And Chris Murphy, who got the last 2 outs of the 4th inning, will stay on to pitch the 5th. He's now faced 8 Guardians hitters on the year, and he's retired all 8. He served as the opener in one of those games in Chicago. Khalil Watson lined into a double play to end the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd.
That's what we wanted to watch starting this series. Starters in MLB, most innings pitched. Seattle leads the way with 500. You know that ball club. Tied for 2nd is Cleveland and the Dodgers, 486.1. And last is the White Sox at 367. So you get another 3 1/3 innings today. And now that bullpen is going to have to do a lot of work in this series, you would think.
I think in a lot of ways, you know, you can make the analogy that a bullpen is like a rubber band, and there's a lot of elasticity, but the more you bend it and keep stretching it, at some point it could break on you if you don't have reinforcements that are constantly coming up to give guys a break.
Well, when we were in there last week playing them, their bullpen had a lot of work and they had some tough times. But there's wow,
nice play by Teal.
Kept the mask in his hand and hung on there and made the nice catch.
And Arch, I was thinking about this as Matt was getting ready to say that. You always talk about what happens to these bullpens, the hotter it gets. In Chicago will get nice and high.
Yeah. I mean, this is the tough time now, right? When you got to deal and fight your way through. You know, a lot of times you're looking for an all-star break where you can get some time off.
And they've got a lot of young arms out there, too. First time going through this.
Brian Rocchio picked up an RBI on a bases loaded walk in the third.
But didn't have to swing the bat once.
Weak ground ball to third base. 2 down. Injury report brought to you by the injury attorneys at Elk and Elk. For the Guardians, just trying to hold down the fort until Jose and Angel can return to action. The good news for Jose, he just got the stitches out.
Yeah.
So that's a big step forward in his rehab from the fractured hamate bone that he had surgery on.
He's hoping to swing a bat tomorrow a little bit. Angel, as you've seen, still hitting off a tee. He's not allowed to hit live pitching just yet. But both of them are around the team and being at home. You saw the energy that Jose brought yesterday early in the game, and Angel was down here doing it early today. So we're still looking probably right after the
those guys that have to go out on a rehab, won't they?
Yeah, they've been out. Well, you know, Jose will try to fight it, but most likely, yes.
Well, if anybody can, he will. Right. But still, you got to get just maybe a little.
Antonacci in the foul ground, and the Guardians go 1, 2, 3. 5 complete. Chicago 3, Cleveland 2.
Well, get your tickets now for the Discount Drug Mart Champions Club. You'll get a seat in the prime location overlooking the first baseline with access to the indoor lounge, all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverages. Head to CLEGuardians.com. See it over there hanging above first base. Be a nice place to be now inside.
3-2 Chicago. Braden Montgomery leads off the 6th inning. White Sox with a 4-double 5th. The last time they had 4 doubles in an inning was a dozen years ago in a game against Texas.
Well, Slade's coming out here for the 6th, and I think he can stay out there as long as you get 3 outs. Look at that. Just a little serve the other way. He did that in Chicago.
He's going for 2, and he'll have it easily.
Yeah, another double. That's number 5 on the night. Double your pleasure. These guys are, and that one, he did that in Chicago like that double.
5 doubles in the span of 8 hitters.
Number 10, Chase Mydrock.
This could be his last hitter.
Chase Mydroth 0 for 2. The White Sox are coming off a 13-12 record in the month of June. That was the first time they've had back-to-back winning months in 5 years. And Will Venable said, even though we coming off a winning month, I don't feel like we were ever hot. We haven't really gotten hot.
Right.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that one of their best hitters is still on the injured list. We talked about Murakami. the Japanese power hitter, who's a big key for them.
He was tearing it up.
In their first 26 games in the month of May when he was active, they were averaging over 5 runs a game. In the 28 games since he's out, if you take away that 22-run game against Kansas City, they're at 4.5 runs a game, and that's gone. Chase Mydra drives one up and out the other way for a 2-run homer. And the White Sox now lead it 5-2.
That ball had a little carry to it. That got out, line drive. And I was watching Mydra go down the line, and he looked like he knew it had a chance because he hit it well. Right-hander going the other way. They wanted to slide it in. He left it out over the plate. They wanted that 2-seamer inside. He kept it out to the barrel of the bat, and he paid the price.
So Slade Ciccone hits 100 pitches for the night. And that will be the end of the line as he leaves with the Guardians down 3. Last time through the order, how about 6 for 9? 5 doubles and a home run.
Well, look at the pitches elevated, and they weren't that down the middle of the plate. Watch the locations. Middle of the plate, up. He got up with everything. I think he was tired. He was gassed after last inning, and certainly couldn't get any outs in this inning, and that's too bad. Down a run there. Maybe he tried to get a little too much out of him.
So the Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made for Daniel Espino. Espino in his 5th appearance.
Ooh. You can see he chokes up on the bat pretty well. Got one of those handles in there too.
Archie doesn't look like he could hit the ball hard in his setup, but when he gets when that pitch starts coming,
yeah, it's funny. He's not a big guy either, Andre.
But the ball jumps.
Yeah, he's compact and he's quick.
How many doubles did you say he already has, Matt?
He's got 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah, he generates some bat speed.
Well, you say he chokes up, but it's almost like the bat that Quan uses.
Yeah.
But it obviously helps him be quicker with the bat. I hold it like that.
Well, he holds his hands out front, but then he brings it back and loads up.
1 down. That'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Mydra's 2-run homer here in the 6th inning. Interrupted that thought that I was saying about the White Sox offensively. They were averaging over 5 runs a game in the month of May with Murakami. And since he departed, if you take away that 22-run game they had against Kansas City and their other 27 games without him, they're averaging 4.5 runs a game. Which, that's not bad.
No.
That's almost a full run less than without Murakami. So what does his return to that lineup do?
Make everybody else in the lineup that much better.
It means he's worth a run. That tells you a lot about him.
Right.
Well, on the Guardian side, in the month of June, they averaged 3.5, and they had a bad month, as Stephen Vogt said yesterday. The month prior to that, though, they averaged 4.3. And had a really good month. So what does that tell you about the Guardians needing that
if they can average
run?
4, they're in good shape. I mean, you could put the 0.3, 0.4. When you score 4 runs, they got a really good chance to win a game. But they've played so many 1-run games and 2-run games. You know, every game is close. In their last 26, decided by 2 or fewer. 17 of them.
18 and 11.
And then 12 1-run games.
Right.
So
18 and 11 in May, Arch. where they were 4.3, 10 and 15 in June when it was 3.5.
It's tough to win in this game if you can't put 4 on the board.
Sam Antonacci 2 for 3. His RBI double started the White Sox 5th inning scoring barrage. They put 3 on the board and they've come back with 2 here in the 6th. Out of play.
You know, you coming in here, the Sox have lost 7 straight games in this ballpark. But this is a different team they have this year than what they've had in the past.
And I think the big thing there is that when you turn over your roster, especially with young players, they're not burdened by the past. Because most of these guys weren't part of that.
Yeah, right.
It means nothing to them.
Not a part of it, absolutely. Past? What past? I was in the minor leagues.
There's a reason why you're here.
Right.
I mean, think about this. Davis Martin, today's starter. His first rotation 4 years ago included Lance Lynn, Johnny Cueto, Dylan Cease, and Lucas Giolito.
How about that?
Wow.
Big swing and a miss.
Veterans. The guys that know how to pitch.
And that's just the pitching side of it. Think about on the offensive side how many guys
Oh,
are.
God. Robert, you know, Moncada, you know, you can keep going back.
I didn't want to talk bad, but you brought up Robert, and everybody loved him as a player. But you've heard some people say the attitude is different around there once they moved on from some of those type guys.
Yeah, well, and plus those guys were hurt a lot.
Right.
You know, they missed a lot of time. We watched them come into this ballpark, and half of them got hurt here. Or when we were playing against them in Chicago.
Running down first baseline, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've always had pretty good talent, but I mean, I think they've done a wonderful job of making it over, but it's taken a while to do it.
And they've made some decent trades that at first we all kind of said, what are they doing? And they're starting to pay off now.
Swing and a miss. Espino strikes out Miguel Vargas to end the inning. But the White Sox tack on 2 more. They lead 5-2.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the whole season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Guardians, the official source for your Guardians gear. Bobby Banana.
Well, this game started out, it was bananas the way it started.
Yeah, really.
Big scoring opportunities blown by both teams early. Guardians grabbed a 2-0 lead, but had chances to really take command of the game, but couldn't get a big hit to do that. And now the White Sox have outslugged them to take a 5-2 advantage into the bottom of the 6th, and they go back to the bullpen. Left-hander Sean Newcomb.
On that pitch, you could see it from up here.
Little breaking ball, and he smacked it into left, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He was robbed of a hit his last at bat. Go back into that 3rd inning where Bailey led it off with a double, ended up coming around to score that first run, and then Pizzano another double. That's his 12th. Got the RBI on the board. They just couldn't do much more after that. I mean, they got a bases loaded walk to get their 2nd run in, but they have left 7 stranded tonight. Looks like he's had a tough time finding his fastball early in this inning.
Popped it up. Is it playable? The first baseman Gonzalez near the railing reaches in and makes the catch.
Oh God, you hate to give that an at bat like that, where you make the catch. You needed about another foot, and you would have been up there. It would have been a foul ball, but stayed in play, makes it.
Second time tonight a Guardians hitter has fouled one out like that. It was more costly in the fourth. They had the bases loaded when Chase DeLauder popped one up in the foul ground on the third base side.
Yeah.
The first out of that inning. Second out of that inning.
Yeah, first pitch. Another 2-0 count.
Kwan patiently waiting him out. It's 3-0.
He may take a couple here.
Outside, ball 4. So a hard-earned walk for Stephen Kwan, and the Guardians have 2 on with 1 out as we roll it back over to the top of the order.
Well, a close one to take, but it was certainly outside. Good eye by Kwan. Now you've got the tying run coming to the plate.
Lozano fouls it back out of play. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Every White Sox starter has at least 1 hit, and 8 of the 9 Guardian starters have at least reached base safely tonight. Lozano takes outside. White Sox pitchers have issued 6 walks. And the Guardians now with 7 hits. Rip foul on the right side. My man couldn't be bothered. He got a drink in one hand. He got food in the other.
Going for it. That guy had to step on him, though.
Just don't make me spill my drink.
Yeah, right. I'm eating right now. Leave me alone.
He came here with a plan, and his plan ain't changing. Hey, look at it.
Close but low. 2-2.
Oh, so close. Those are tough ones to take when you got 2 strikes.
Lozano's reached all 3 times so far tonight. That's outside. Full count. DeLauder waits on deck.
Oh,
ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. Wow. Third time tonight.
Well, now Chase gets a reprieve here.
Yeah, no doubt.
He had a chance the last time, went after that first pitch, and this guy's struggling. The left-handers walking Kwan and Bazana back to back. And I mean, you're loading the bases again. You've got to cash in. Got to cash in here.
Big moment here for the Guardians in this 6th inning. With the bases loaded and only 1 out. Chase DeLauder coming up 1 for 3 on the night. An 11-game hitting streak.
Arch, the thing we've noticed since he's been back is what he's done in RBI situations. That's been so big for this team throughout the season.
They need him there. Yeah, they need him to get one here. Got after that first pitch, fouled it back. And he's been great against left-handers. I mean, so that was a good swing. There's 378 against the lefties. How about that?
He lays off. Teal keeps it from going to the backstop, and it's 1-2. Only 8 strikes for Newcomb so far. So for DeLauder,
it's got to be patience, and it's hard to be with 2 strikes.
A topper to first.
Oh my goodness.
Throw home not in time. The Guardians will get a run. It's 5-3, and there are 2 down.
Yeah, he had to tag him at home. He stepped on first base before coming home, which he had to. He was coming in. The only play he had, you got to get the out. He stepped on the bag, throw home, but they'll score a run.
And we'll get a pinch hitter as Rhys Hoskins will bat for Kyle Manzardo. Manzardo walked twice and fly to right tonight.
For Cleveland, pinch hitting for Kyle Manzardo, number 8, Rhys Hoskins.
Hoskins 1 for 9 as a pinch hitter. And that first hit came in a series against Seattle. He wanted a challenge but thought better of it. 0-1.
Yeah, base hit here ties the game. And this is the guy that has the patience. He knows the strike zone. He knows his zone. He doesn't rarely go up and swing at anything outside of it.
Archie's been talking about this is something he's still learning himself of coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And understanding that. But he said the one thing that he's trying to do his best, as you just said, is be the same hitter, whether it's his third at bat or his first at bat at 8 o'clock.
Well, you go up there and you got your game plan. You got to stick with it. But, you know, it changes when you got a pinch hit. Because you got to be ready right from the first pitch, like he had a nice swing there.
Back to the net. Nobody saw it, and it's going to drop over the netting anyway. So the White Sox catch a break. That looked like it was going to stay in play, but Kyle Teal never saw it. And by the time Vargas came rolling down the line, he couldn't get there anyway.
That time of night, you know, for a catcher, man, when that ball's popped up like that, it's impossible to see, especially when you look up in the sky. They don't know where it's at. They need help. And I'll tell you what, Vargas did his best he could, man, but that ball was out of play. He came a long way.
Teal told Newcomb, let me know where it's at.
Because look where he's playing. He's playing almost on the grass.
Second and third, 2 down, and a 2-2 count for Hoskins. And he strikes him out. So we've played 6. Guardians get a run closer. They trail it 5-3.
Listen!
5-3. White Sox lead it. Daniel Espino stays on here in the 7th inning. Kyle Teal leading it off for Chicago. Sean Armstrong is up getting ready in the Cleveland bullpen. White Sox have a right-hander. Believe that? We got a right-hander getting loose.
Well, you got to have some on it coming out of that bend, don't you?
Missed outside. 2-0 for Teal. 2-run double in the 5th.
Yeah, 5 doubles, a home run for the White Sox tonight.
Fouled on the right side, hit it hard and hit it a long way.
It's going into the corner over there. Imagine just standing over there having a beer and you get a baseball and go home with.
Coming in
your
hot.
way.
Coming in hot.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't know where it's going. They just watch something bounce.
That's called living the good life, March.
Yeah, that's
a cold one and one comes to you.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
No. It's packed out there, man.
Usually is as hot as it is. They need to, hydrate.
That's
so
right.
Everybody's hydrating, but it's not water.
The hydration station.
You've been watching
You
the
jealous?
World Cup.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Where's our hydration station?
They're not allowed to drink.
No.
There you go. Bring your own portable fan.
Oh, I thought she was shaving.
Thought maybe she was working the state fair down the road.
That's coming, the state fair. Everybody's Andre, what are you laughing at?
Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. Leadoff man aboard for Chicago here in the 7th.
Matt, this is another step for Daniel, though. This is the first time he's gone more than 1 inning here in the big leagues.
Right. Yeah, it's a good test.
No doubt.
Andrew Benintendi, 1 out of 3 down the night with a single.
We've watched the last 2 days when as hot as it's been and the guys are sweaty. It's hard to throw the curveball. A lot of them can't get that feel for it because of the sweat and the humidity of it.
It's too cold, you can't get the grip. It's too hot, it's too sweaty, it's too slick. I mean, come on.
I wonder though if pitchers, and it is hot, it's humid. Some of them may wear sleeves,
Right.
Maybe they don't like it, but it would suck up some of that sweat.
No doubt.
Benintendi fouled a high-octane fastball back at 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's tough to get on top of those balls. You get that high fastball. It looks like you have a great swing, but to hit it, boy, you've got to be so level and, just clip it perfectly, and it's hard to do. And now you throw a little spinner.
Kazan had to wait. Hoskins got to the bag just in the nick of time for the first out of the inning.
Yeah.
Teal gets into scoring position.
You may want to take a look at it. It was close.
They're still looking at it.
I know it. It's close. They're going to check. I thought he made a whiff, looking for the bag. I wasn't sure his toe was down. Watch him. He's got to hustle to get back.
I don't know if he beat the throw.
Right.
Chicago is challenging the outfield.
I see what you're saying.
Then you see him push down.
I think if his foot's on the bag, he's out. I don't know if it was, though, initially.
Bingo. That's the thing, because you see him. He went back for it the second time. They may have a shot where you can see it from a different angle, but from that one, it's hard to tell.
I think the throw clearly beats him. It just was the foot touching the base.
I don't think so. Look at
it was.
Is it?
It's on there.
It looks like it's on the base.
It looks like he's pushing off him.
And then he goes up to, like, to be sure he's on it.
Right.
Well, it did look like he had the edge of it.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Chicago will lose their challenge.
See, the umpire's blocking the foot there, but I think his foot was pressed up against the outside
it had
of
to
the
be.
base.
Yeah.
So 1 out, and Colson Montgomery is the batter. You know, at the beginning of the year, none of the prognosticators had Cleveland and Chicago at the top of the division.
Right.
You know, this was all about the Tigers.
Kansas City.
And Kansas City was a favorite pick. You know, this guy right here, young Colson Montgomery, he said, I love this quote. He goes, if people are doubting us or if they think this is a fluke, we're in July, man. You can throw that out the window. That tells you how confident this group is.
Right.
I loved it. And why else would they think any other way? Like you guys were talking a minute ago, all these guys, this is new to them.
Right.
And most of them have been winners before they got here, so they're not playing along on what the White Sox used to be.
But that guy, the leader of the ship, Will Venable, you know, he's been around.
Yeah.
And he knows. He's like, I'm not getting caught up in the standings. It's July. We're not getting caught up in talking about where. And that's smart.
Yes.
Because you don't want your players. Hey, this is a big series for both teams. They recognize that. Nobody has to tell them. They don't need to talk about it. But you don't want to put so much emphasis on this that you forget there's still a lot of games left to be played.
They should believe that, the players. You know, they should believe they could, and they could win this division. That's fine with him. He's going to let them think that way and go right ahead. But you're going to find out. You got to play baseball.
You can't get so hyped up about this series that you go into the next one.
But you know what? They want to beat us more than anybody because we beat them up pretty good over the last few years.
That is amazing. But they're 2 years ago.
One up smash. Reese has it. He'll flip it to Espino, who beats him to the bag for out number 2. I guess the bottom line is this. You know, players are young. Players are caught up in the moment right now, and they're excited about big games and having a chance to win. The manager knows long way to go, and you can't win a division by talking about it. Right. Talk does nothing. You've got to go out and play and stay consistent. That's the only thing that'll get you there. We've got a timeout for a pitching change with 2 down in the 7th, and the Guardians down 2.
This little.
With 2 down and a runner at third base, Stephen Vogt calls on Sean Armstrong, making his 29th appearance of the year. He has struck out 27 batters in almost 25 innings of work. But he has also walked a dozen and given up 22 hits. So he's got Braden Montgomery, the switch hitter, at the plate. Doubled and scored in the 6th inning.
Takes another healthy cut on that first pitch. He did that the last at bat, and he ends up getting a pitch that he liked, and he threw it down the left field line for a double.
Big rip, 0-2. lifted up. Third baseman Gabriel Arias backpedaling and puts it away. Stretch time here in Cleveland. Guardians down 2. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Bottom of the 7th inning for the Guardians will feature Khalil Watson, Brian Rocchio, and Cooper Ingle due up. Another left-hander, the 3rd consecutive lefty reliever for the White Sox is Brandon Iser. Could see David Fry before this inning is over.
Yeah, you would think so. You're getting to that time. Hopefully you get a couple of guys on base.
Khalil Watson 0 for 2 with a walk. There is David Fry, bat in hand.
Yeah.
He ready.
He ready. Well, Matt, I said to you about a week ago, I was watching Baltimore and the White Sox, and they did not use Dominguez as their closer the first night. But he did.
Left center, long run for Peters, the center fielder calling for it and makes the catch just shy of the track for round number 1.
I guess what I'm saying, between him or Taylor, it'll be interesting to see who, if this game stays with the same score, who will be the 9th inning guy, because they have not gone strictly with Dominguez since we left Chicago.
Well, Taylor was warming up last inning, so who knows?
I think we're seeing a lot of teams right now not want to just close with one guy.
It's tough when you don't have one, man.
Right.
It's a scary situation. You just got to.
Taylor's nasty. We saw that overhand fastball about 100 with the big curveball, but Dominguez has the experience doing it.
Well, this is you had a chance. This is the 3rd guy coming out of the bullpen, all lefty, so you get the chance to look at him in game 1, and you're certainly going to see another one before this game's over, maybe 2.
Back over the netting. A ball and 2 strikes for Brian Rocchio.
Trying to move him back off the plate so he can get to the pitch he wants to get him out with away.
Rocchio goes down swinging. And there are 2 down here in the 7th. And a word now from Wayside Furniture.
Celebrate America's 250 years at Wayside Furniture with special savings on Made in America brands. Ask about cash discounts, special financing, and free delivery. Wayside Furniture, keeping it local since 1937.
Cooper Ingle is going to be lifted for the pinch hitter David Fry. And he takes up high. Two balls and a strike. Crushed deep left field. Goodbye to the home run porch. It's a one-run game as David Fry delivers with a pinch hit homer. It's just his 2nd pinch hit of the season. But it's a big one. It draws the Guardians to within a run. Yeah,
Now it gets interesting. Yesterday, the opposite field. Fry, that'll be home run number 6. Well, what's new? Another one-run ball game so far for these two teams.
Gabriel Arias takes a strike.
Boy, he came in there with a fastball, and he was ready for it. He took that first ball 1. He took the second pitch, so he got a good look at him. And then got a pitch that his liking.
Arias sends one to center. Peters back, makes the catch. 7 in the books. It's now a one-run game. 5-4 Chicago.
Blue Moon.
David Fry with a pinch hit home run has brought Cleveland to within 5-4 as we move to the 8th inning. He's now in left field. Sean Armstrong back out to pitch for Cleveland. Chase Mydra leads it off for the White Sox. His 2-run home run in the 6th inning is now the difference in the game. He leaned into one and shot it out to the opposite field.
Yeah, to try and get that team right back in the dugout. That just scored to make it a one-run game. You're facing the bottom part of the order.
To third base, Arias playing in, low throw, and he threw it in the dirt. And now down to second base goes Mydra.
What did he throw? A change up there, didn't he? It looked like he took something off.
Boy, it
short
was just on the last road trip when Hoskins was imploring Arias on a similar type deal. Let it go, let it go.
Plenty of time. And he just goes down, and it stayed down on that hop, but no call for that. Second error of the ball game.
Now Tristan Peters. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Hoskins in on the grass at third. Arias at the cut of the grass. And Peters not showing.
Man,
bunt takes the ball down and in.
Hoskins is tough. You see him running in with a lefty right there. If he doesn't bunt and swings it, that would have been a scary moment.
In the air, routine play for Stephen Kwan. Mydroth will tag, and he's going to try to go to third. Kwan's throw is on the money. He's a dead duck. 2 down. Oh, Stephen Kwan. Not only a gold glove, but a golden arm as well.
Sort of hard to believe that he tagged on that ball, knowing that Kwan was in position to throw it. And I mean, he's set, he's ready to go. This will be our defensive play of the game by Progressive, and it's right on the money. He's out by 5 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet. So a break they just got is taken away by a mistake on the base running side.
I don't understand not sliding either, Art.
That's uncanny how
because he was out by so far.
Stephen Kwan, whether he's in left field or center field, his accuracy with his
very
throws.
accurate throws.
Plays that ball off the wall and left, turns and barely looks at second base, and can throw it right on the bag. And even from center field,
Quick release.
coming up with a great throw.
Yeah, he's always been accurate, and he's got a strong arm and accurate, and gets rid of it quickly. That's all you can ask.
That might have been worth a challenge, but with only one remaining, Patrick Bailey thought better of it. 2-2 the count with 2 down in the 8th. Left side out of play. Armstrong's 2-2. Arias cuts it off, spins, throws.
Yeah.
Almost pulled him off the bag. In fact, he did. Hoskins says, no, I was still on the base. I want you to challenge that one.
Boy, Arias.
They will challenge. Hoskins felt very strongly about it.
Cleveland is challenging the safe call at first base.
First base umpire Edwin Moscoso made the signal that Hoskins had come off the base. But he was dragging that foot up the line.
You can tell from that side.
Here you go. This will tell you.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's...
Well, I don't know.
I don't either.
They may look at this one for a little bit.
He was pushing his foot against the inside of the bag. But it was hard to tell at what point did that foot come off with relationship to the ball going into the glove. I think he's good, Arch. I think he's got contact with the base before. See right there, I think he's still contacting the base.
Yeah.
And then he comes off.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to overturn.
Because the call on the field was safe.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Yeah, they're coming back out now. They were all sitting in the dugout, especially who made the throw. You got to wait and see here. Who knows?
Looks like...
It'd be the second error of the inning for Arias if this is not overturned.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Cleveland retain their challenge.
So Hoskins saves Arias his second error of the inning and gets the Guardians into the dugout down 1.
Welcome back to a beautiful night in Cleveland, Ohio. David Fry just had a pinch hit home run in the last inning, and we talked to Dan Puente, the assistant hitting coach, on how he prepares hitters for those pinch hit moments.
Keeping them aware of like what the situation calls for, where we're at in the game, who potentially might be up, just so getting their brain like locked in. Obviously, like going back up into the cage here at home, we have a tremendous resource with the traject. We can get every single pitcher up. We can see shapes. We can see tunnels. We can see, where they're trying to throw their traps, where we want to hunt those pitchers. So tremendous tool with that traject here at home.
Matt, Rick, for the way the Guardians use their entire bench, having a guy like Dan back there helping them prepare for hitters, or for pitchers rather, is so key, and we've seen it work in the last week where they're getting hits coming off the bench.
Well, that's the key, man. You got to use those guys. They play a lot. They're not sitting for any length of time like they used to. You get all that information. You got a game plan going into it.
Arch, a couple of years ago, you were able to see the pitching machine they have in the back that basically shows you the guy you're getting ready to face. How much would that have helped you back in the day?
Oh my God! I mean, he's on the screen and he's throwing it right at you, right? Coming out, it'd be unbelievable.
And it's the pitches you're going to see when you get out here with the same, as Dan just said, the same shapes and everything else that you're going to see.
Oh my goodness!
Game changer.
Yeah, it is.
Brad Taylor strikes out Patrick Bailey for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
There you go. I mean, that one was right down the middle, and he did not miss it. He came out and he had the count in his favor. He had a pretty good idea what was coming, and he got it. And that brought the game within 1 run, and that's where we stand.
And Grant Taylor, the new White Sox pitcher, faced Cleveland twice in the series in Chicago. And in an inning and 2/3 of work, the Guardians scored 4 runs on 5 hits against them.
I remember right, Matt. He was a little wild when we saw him last week.
Well, they walked 7. We'll take 8 if you want. There you go.
Tying run aboard with 1 out, and we go to the top of the order. Travis Bazzana. He is 2 for 2 on the night. He's been on base all 4 times. A single, an RBI double, and 2 walks. He scored a run in that 3rd inning. Missed up high with a breaking ball. Taylor, a very distinctive over-the-top delivery.
Yeah, it should be easy to pick up for the left-handers.
Easy, but he's got an easy 100 in his back pocket too.
Well, then that's start a little sooner.
Yeah, there you go.
And hope he doesn't throw you the curveball. Like that.
That's a big old-fashioned 12-5 straight down curveball. That's a little high. 2-2.
Didn't miss by much.
Boy, a lot of curveballs to Bazzana here.
Yep. That's what they did to him in Chicago. They threw some fastballs up top, but he got a couple hits tonight on heaters, and he said, There's that heater. Had him looking curveball, and he got the heater.
2 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and a word from Liberty Ford.
Liberties in Aurora, Maple Heights, Canton, Parma Heights, Brunswick, Vermilion.
Now Chase DeLauder. He is 1 for 4 on the night. Now it's 0-2, and with that slow hook lurking, you've got to be on top of the fastball.
You've got to be ready at first base if it's in the dirt.
Comes for the second. And the inning is over. He almost threw it away. And we'll head to the 9th, 5-4 Chicago. White Sox lead at 9th inning. Tim Herron will come on for Cleveland. He has the top of the order for Chicago. We're going to get a pinch hitter for Sam Antonacci. Their leadoff man, Randall Grichuk, who has been a left-handed slayer and a really key off-season addition for the White Sox, will pinch hit for Grichuk, or for Antonacci. Grichuk is 5 for 19 as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, he's done a nice job for him against lefties. He can hit righties too, but not as well as he does the left-handers. He's aggressive. He's not afraid to get after it early.
Had a big home run against us.
Yes, he did.
In Chicago.
He sure did.
And Arch, that's what I was kind of talking about when you and Matt were talking about the youth. But I've done a great job with Benintendi and him, and having two veterans that know how to play and aren't in the lineup every day. But
center field, back goes Kwan, still going back onto the track. He makes an awkward jumping catch for out number 1 in deep center field.
Yeah, he had a little more room than he thought back there. You know, that's tough when you're running forever and you get up there and you say, well, you know, that wall's coming close. You see, he was he had a lot more room than he thought he had. But when you're talking about those two guys, they were veterans. They've all played every day at some time. So they know the league and they know situations. And yeah, it's nice to have two guys like that can share the DH role.
And it's like somewhat old school.
That takes pressure off.
Right.
You know, you just go in there. You know, you got to do your job when you're going to get the start in that day. And if not, you may have a chance to pinch hit later on.
Miguel Vargas is swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on a nice curveball from Tim Herron. Vargas doubled and scored in the White Sox 3-run 5th inning, which they doubled 4 times in that inning. First time they've done that in a dozen years. Wow. That 365 scores from around the league. Backed them up. In the hole, backhanded by Rocchio from the outfield grass. A one-hop throw. It's very close. The call is out by a whisker.
The backhand takes his time. One hopper. Yeah, he got him. But he hustled down the line. He made it close. Those hitters smell a hit. They get after it, don't they?
It's like watching a 100-meter race at the end.
Yeah,
I don't think it mattered, but it looked to me as though
slowed down
right
a little
before the end there that Vargas was peeking to the inside to see the throw.
Yeah, you want to know, do I have a chance to beat it out?
Right.
I mean, being an infielder, that internal clock that you have as a player, it goes off. And when you say, oh, I think I got a chance here. It's a different hustle down the line.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Nasty fastball from Tim Herron. And the White Sox go 1-2-3. Last chance for the Guardians coming up in the bottom of the 9th. Manzo, Watson, Rocchio. The first of 4 games in this series, and it comes down to the bottom of the 9th in another 1-run game.
Yes, indeed.
Rhys Hoskins, who pinch hit for Kyle Manzardo in the 6th inning, leads it off. Brent Taylor worked a scoreless 8th. He's going for a 2-inning save. White Sox bullpen is quiet.
He's got a good heater, but we've seen a lot of curveballs to set it up. And there's some pretty good numbers for the first 2 hitters against this guy. A little different trying to get the last 3 outs.
Four-pitch walk to start the bottom of the ninth. And Hoskins, the tying run, is down at first, and he'll be removed as Daniel Schneemann comes on to run for him.
About 9 walks tonight. They haven't been able to really cash in with it.
Not one of them scored.
No, that's right. Not a single one. Well, make it hurt. Make this one hurt badly. We're going to get some people up. It looks like Dominguez is getting up.
Khalil Watson takes ball 1.
You got to take a strike here. You can't help him out.
Watson 0 for 3. He walked back in the 3rd inning. Curveball misses. 2-0.
They're setting the table for you. That's where this crowd's got to get into, and they got to give them a little, road woes.
Fastball finds the mark. It's 2-1. First, they have to peel themselves from the seat to get up on their feet.
Well, you can stay down. You can just move your arms, maybe.
22,586 on a sweltering Thursday night here at Progressive Field. It was 91 at game time. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Watson foul down the right field line. Oh, it looked like maybe he had feathered one down the chalk, but it was just a little out in front of it.
These pitchers, they come back and get 2 straight strikes, but they always want to get back to that hook, don't they? And he does, and there's a good shot of it right there. You get a look at it and then miss by about 3 feet. But that would have been a terrific start. Schneemann would have been on 3rd.
Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. And a foul right back. He did well to even get a piece of that at 99 miles an hour after that slow hook previously. You got to really turn up the dial to get to that.
And you know what? There it was. That's a pitch you can't take. 99, top of the zone. It would have been a strike anyway. But he stays alive with it. And he still was beat on that pitch. I'd throw it again. He'd like to get back to that hooky.
Waiting on deck. Daniel Schneemann tying run at first base, held on there by Gonzalez. In the air, left center, racing over Peters. The center fielder cut in front of the left fielder and made the catch for out number 1. Boy, Perez saw his life flash before his eyes.
He's just fresh into the ball game.
Yep.
You know, he came in for defense here, and I'll tell you what, you knew somebody was going to catch it, but the center fielder's got, and Peters can run. Now he's got time. He heard him. He ends up making the play. That's if you get an opportunity as a center fielder, you got to go after everything. Hey, pal, you just came in.
Oh boy,
Get out of my territory.
Now Brian Rocchio with a fly ball to right field. Down the line it goes. Goodbye. Good night. Unbelievable. For Brian Rocchio, it may seem like just another clutch performance, another walk-off home run like he ended the 2025 regular season right here on a similar ball right down the line.
That hit the pole. Yeah.
But with everything that's going on in his world, with everything that's happened in his homeland of Venezuela, the heaviness that he's been playing with over the last several days, I can't imagine how good that must have felt right there.
Well, he was sitting there watching it, and I'll tell you what, it was priceless. The key play of the game, he got a fastball up and out over the plate. He knows it's going to be close. If it stays fair, and it hit the pole. Look at that. Unbelievable. Walk-off. Atta boy.
Brian Rocchio sends the Guardians to a 6-5 win in the series opener, a crucial series. Guardians move into a first-place tie at 46-42. The White Sox are now 45-41, and we go downstairs to Andre.
What a moment. Thank you, Matt. Brian, as you come up in that situation against Taylor, take me through your mind. We're gonna show it up there for everybody to see. What's going through your mind as you're getting ready for that pitch?
I mean, that's a tough pitcher. He is one of the best pitchers that I face because he's quick to the plate, throw 100. I'm trying to be simple in that situation. Wow.
Now, you've done this before. You did this against Texas to put the team into the playoffs.
Yeah.
These moments, for everybody out there, how do you calm yourself and prepare and go off of all the things that you've been trying to prepare for?
I mean, I don't have word for right now. That's an unbelievable moment for me, more for my country. You know what happened right now in Venezuela. So I'm so happy to do that for every Venezuela right now, to fighting for be safe. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Roque, we appreciate the time, man. We appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks to Andre, and thank you to Brian Rocchio. An emotional moment. It may seem like just an ordinary day in July, but not when your life has been turned upside down by the catastrophic events that have occurred after the earthquakes in Venezuela. And then you talk about baseball, which seems so secondary and trivial compared to that. But this is a huge win for this team, and inside that clubhouse, a game that didn't look like or feel like they had much of a shot to win when they fell behind 5-2. But you're a fool if you ever count these guys out.
No, you play for 27 outs, and I got to tell you, it was something special, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy right there. You're absolutely right. To walk it off, now you go like this to Chicago. All right, back at you, brother. Now we got 3 games to go, and it's going to be fun.
Season series is all even at 2 apiece as the Guardians take game 1 of this critical 4-gamer here in Cleveland. Al Pawlowski and Cody Allen will break it down next on Guardians Postgame.